So guys, welcome. We are looking at a few books that are going to help you improve your English. Reading is important not just because we want to understand the language a little bit better, but reading brings in input. And that input allows our brain to make the connections necessary to understand a language better. Reading, by the way, can help you not only listen better, but it can also help you speak better and speak fluently. So, a lot of reading is definitely 100% going to help you out with that. And we are looking at a few books or a few suggestions that I have for you guys. So, the number one book that I have for you guys, I don't have the physical copy of this book here, but it's Robin Sharma's The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. I read this book, I think, when probably I was in 12th, so it's been many years now. And it's a relatively simple book. It has like a few meditative practices and whatnot, but the overall story I think is great. If you want to replace it with some other book, Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist is also a very highly regarded book that's written in a simple manner, yet these are interesting enough. A lot of people suggest like basic comic books, etc., but my thinking is, let's, while learning English, if we can do something that can allow us to become better as people or develop a new skill, that's like win-win-win, right? Because we can tackle a lot of different areas of our life at the same time. So these couple of books could be a good start, especially if you are like at a beginnerish level. Next one that I'd like to suggest, which is one of my all-time favorites, I've been reading the soft copy or the ebook, the Kindle version of this book for many years now, every single year. It's called The Book of Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi. He is one of the best swordsmen to have ever lived, and this is his, let's say, how to live life and how to fight as a samurai kind of a book. So he has like very different ideas around life, around how you should not do the same thing twice publicly so people can't guess what you're about to do. All of those kind of interesting things that are not only going to help you with like from your English perspective and your philosophy on life perspective, but the tips that he shares, they are also going to help you in your office culture, politics, corporate ladder, and whatnot. So definitely, in my opinion, explore that book as well. The next one that I'll suggest is The Way of Nagomi by Ken Mogi. Now, as you can see, it's a Japanese heavy books that I have today for you, because these are the kind of books that I'm reading these days. But The Way of Nagomi is about balance in life. So he talks about Nagomi in food, Nagomi in health, Nagomi in sleep, and a lot of things. And I think this is a very simply written book. It's a small book, so it's not a very thick book, and it's going to really help you with your English. But at the same time, it will allow you to look at life in a very different way, which I think is very important. So reading such books, in my opinion, is it's a big win-win, as I said, right? So I think they are paramount. Now, the other book, the last one, smash that like button, by the way, is one of my all-time favorites. This series that this book belongs to is the series I credit my English to. This is the series that has, yeah, and that's right, I credit almost complete English skill set that I have to this series, and that's Dragon Ball. Now, should you read a Dragon Ball manga? Maybe not, right? Could be Death Note, could be any other manga. And the reason I'm suggesting manga, so I have had this book for now, what, 8 years ish. But the point is, I am talking about the series, the video series that has helped me a lot in my English. This is volume 34, 35, and 36. So these are 3 volumes in one. And the reason that I'm suggesting manga, I also have a Japanese version of this because I wanted to have like the English version and the Japanese version, just so that I am sure that I'm reading things right as I'm learning Japanese. But I've had Japanese version for many years as well. And that tells you how long I have had the plan to learn Japanese. But the reason I was just opening a page for you guys. The reason I'm suggesting a book like this, like a manga, if you look at, let's see if it zooms in, right? See, the point is, the sentences, they are very simple. Let me refocus the camera. Yeah, so the sentences are extremely simple, straightforward, to the point. That's the goal with such books. with especially with manga, because they are not going to be very difficult words in a manga. It's going to be simple, it's going to be straightforward, it's going to be in a dialogue format, which I think teaches us much more about the daily usage of a language. Even though they might use certain phrases that we don't use in our daily life, but the point is the context of those phrases and whatnot. These kind of books really help you out. Like the manga kind of books really help you out understand how different conversations can take place in our daily lives. And depending on what kind of manga you are reading, it's going to be slightly different, but I do believe that you should definitely explore manga, and you should explore reading some sort of manga, because it's a little bit more visual, so there's a lot of more kind of, let's say, a level deeper of help, rather than like a novel that I suggested, like Ken Mogi, for example, right? So that's something that you should definitely explore. So these books, in my opinion, can light up fire under your English speaking skills and English, overall your English understanding in 2024. Do let me know if you have any other books for suggestion, for us, for the people of the channel as well. I'll see you guys next time. Till then, bye. Take care.